Oh, I got to gather all this stuff up. I got to clean all my tools and clean this place up and get some organization in here. And I've got to get some counter space, some bench space, so that I can organize all these parts and lay everything out. Salvage what I need to salvage out of that pile. The pulleys and those plates and buckets for my airbags. And I got Amazon and eBay and Rock Auto just ready to hit the button and make a kind of a major purchase. Yeah, I gotta clean this place up and I won't bore you with that, so I'll get back with you when I have something going on. Hello there, boys and girls. Allow me to be the first one to welcome you back to Whalen Wire's Old Iron. Now, isn't that nice? Yeah, and thank you guys. I want to say thank you for hitting that like button. That really helps me out. That helps my channel. It's a small channel. Doesn't make much money. $300-400 a month. Helps with the electricity a little bit, you know, and a few parts. $300 don't buy very many parts these days. But anyway, when you guys hit that thumbs up little button there below the video, that gets them algae rhythms a flowing, see? And it helps my video get shared. I'm just being silly, but I really do appreciate it when you guys hit that thumbs up, because that helps. That helps my channel. And yeah, we're putting out quite a bit of dough here on this old Bart Dojelac. I got a pile of parts over there. You'll see them. It's pretty impressive. Now, if I can just get the little elves to come in at night and just throw all them parts on there, would be good, wouldn't we? But anyway, let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay.
You know, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're going to shoot over and pick up old Whalen Wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Whalen Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel.
Well, check this out. While you all were sleeping, there was a little elf came in here in my shop, cleaned up this workbench. Look at all this counter space. Got my new parts here. I'm going to be able to lay out all my new parts here. I got all that stuff cleaned up out of the floor. Got my salvageables over here. Yeah, I mean, this is stuff I'm going to use. Somebody said these carburetors could be rebuilt, comment. And they might be, but boy, I don't think I'd have much luck at it. I've never been much of a carburetor man. I don't know. I got a bucket of that stuff. You soak them in and all that. I don't know whether to try and rebuild these or just buy a couple of 500s. I found a place that rebuilds carburetors, but they have some used ones for sale too that they've already done, and they're pretty reasonable. Anyway, I got my everything laid out over here, and then I got a place to lay out that one over there, all my new stuff over here, and I've got I'm gonna harvest what I need off of this stuff, probably these pulleys, but I need to pull those plates and those buckets. But I gotta pull these off, try and find out what kind of bags these are. I think I can still read something on the side of that one over there, so I can order those. Yeah, but first I gotta get out there on the weed eater, and I gotta get on the tractor and do some mowing, and I gotta repair a zip line so my little 3-year-old granddaughter can zip. And oh, you guys have no idea what goes on around here when the camera's not running. I got that tree cut too, that one that was lodged up in that other tree when I cut the one I cut off from the roof of the tree house. But I didn't film it because too many people get upset. You know, I don't want to cause anybody to get high blood pressure or anything. So I just did that on my own time. Anyway, I got to get busy. I'll get back with you when I start pulling this stuff apart, I reckon. Well, since I'm in the process of sprucing up this old truck a bit, decided it's time to do something about a headliner. Yeah, I don't know why I've lived with this so long, but I've got a few minutes today, so I think I'm gonna get the sander and knock that rust down a little bit, smooth all that out so my material will adhere. And this is what I decided to put up there. I found this at the fabric store, and it's some vinyl with an alligator skin pattern. I think that'll look pretty cool up there. Yeah, kind of a black and blue thing going on in here, so that'll do nicely. Perfect. It's all dried out from that crafting paint that Noah and I put on the plow truck. So it's as hard as a rock. It's just perfect for what I'm doing here. Okay. The sending unit for this thing is $108. So I pulled it out. It's full of gas. And I drilled a hole in it and drained the gas out. And boy, that don't seem exactly right, but yes, it is. Anyway, I drilled a hole in it, drained the gas out of it, and I patched it with JB welded. I'm not sure how well that JB weld and gasoline are going to play together. Maybe not at all. But it might last until I get a new float. Float's real cheap. All right, I'll get around there and see if I can hook up that vent hose or vent line. And we'll see what we got. Oh, forgot the WD-40. Makes all the difference in the world, don't it? A little bit of 40 on there. Now, let's see if it works. Look at that. Look at that. I filled it up yesterday. Look at that.
Would you look at that?
It don't take much to make me happy. Well, I got a new float coming. I think it was about $8, $9, something like that. So it's pretty easy to put in. I'll put it in when it gets there. Well, probably about now y'all asking yourselves, what's old Waylon doing now? Well, I'll tell you. I'm trying to repair my gas pedal for the D200. You see, I found one online. Actually, there's one on eBay for about 80 bucks, which I thought was ridiculous. So, well, I wonder why I keep doing that over and over, expecting different results. Insanity. Anyway, I found one online, and I didn't want to pay $80. So I found another one, and it said the email for the prices. He had some swept line stuff on there. So I did. I said, how much? And he wrote me back, said $200. And I wrote him back, and I said, ha 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 ha, exclamation point, exclamation point. And he wrote me back, and he said, you're banned, get your parts somewhere else. So, apparently, I'm not as funny as I think I am. But anyway, for $200, I think I can fix my own gas tank. Because there's a hinge in there. I thought about taking this piece of bicycle tire, and just rivet it on the back side of this, and something like that would work probably. But I think this will be better because there's metal there and there's metal there. And if I put a little tab on there and weld them together, then that'll probably work better. But I've got to get it to hinge a little better than it's doing right now. So I'm gonna keep working at that. I'm gonna keep kind of lubing it up and working on it, and I'll see you when it's working good. Okay, I got that freed up pretty good. I like that Kroll because it's got kerosene in it. You can smell it, and that stuff will creep pretty good. Anyway, I got it lubed up and moving freely enough that I'm not worried about having the throttle stick. It was really stiff when I started, but I cut the rubber out of there, got it out of the way, and well, see what we can do about this major equipment malfunction. What's the matter with that? $200. Huh. Well, that buttons that up. A friend of mine's coming up this afternoon. We're going to do something on a Nova that he picked up. It's something about taking the springs out of it. I don't know. No. I got that all wrong. He's not bringing his Nova. He's bringing his GMC, his Sprint. And we're going to put new airbags on it. That's what's going on. How did I get that so wrong? He's putting air ride on it or what? Something about coil springs. Anyway, Steve's going to come up when he gets here. I'll have him help me adjust these mirrors, and boy, that makes the truck look a whole lot better. Let's get on and get that other drip rail on. What do you say? Steve's been really good to me. He's the one that gave me that gauge off of a tugboat when they was building the first dam on the Columbia River. Just beautiful. That was in 1930, 1931, something like that. And this says tested January 4th, 1940. That's going to be my air gauge on the Dirty Dozen. Anyway, yeah, Steve's been real good to me. Gave me copper to run copper tubing for my air system on the Dirty Dozen. He's a good old boy. Boy, that's a beautiful GMC. You thought it was an El Camino, didn't you? Ha-ha!
That center good enough?
I'm gonna look. Boy, if you could back up and come this way about 3 inches or so. I think that's good. That'll let you get out, and then we can roll it the rest of the way. Man, it's a pretty car. Well, that's one way to get around it.
Yeah, that's one way. They're garbage.
Okay, I'm talking to the camera. For some reason, instead of putting a straight deal on there, they put this elbow on there, and it makes it very difficult to get that threaded on the bottom of that bag. It would be so much easier
They could have put a straight on.
if we could just shoot up through that hole right there. That'd be just wonderful, but we can't, and it don't come down far enough to do it like that. So what we have to do is cut a notch in this so that that will lay up in there far enough, get threaded onto the valve stem. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some gouging. Okay, do some damage. Okay, we got brand new airbags, and we got this thing notched out so our little hose is clearing down here and not rubbing on the metal. But I'm gonna put a little piece of plastic hose over that. When that airs up, that's gonna bring that down a little bit more. So that's gonna work. So Steve, Should we set this thing down on the ground and see how it sits?
Well, let's give it a shot.
Why? I'll clean this mess up and we'll set her down. Well, that's a good looking truck. Man, I like it. I like that it's not an El Camino.
To Tunnel to Towers at That's T and number 2 T.org. This is 2024. All your favorite.
Well, I'm still putting this thing together, you know, back together. I'm still trying to get all the primer dust out of it. And, you know, as I go along, I just find 100 little details that need to be taken care of, like this right here. I'll let it tack a little bit and then I'll put something up against that, hold it there and let it dry. But anyway, the old truck's starting to come together. And I was, you know, I was shocked when I lifted up this carpet for the first time. When we started tearing into this thing, I didn't know the floor was rusted all the way through. I mean, you could see the ground. So, this thing falling off the lift was absolutely not a blessing in disguise. I don't even want to hear it. But what it was an opportunity to fix everything that was wrong. And that we did. You know, old Whalen wire cut out all the rust out of this vehicle and put in new metal, made patch panels, bought cab corners. It's all done, man. There's no rust from bumper to bumper. We're even detailing behind the seat. Primer dust everywhere. You know how that goes. Well, it's gonna go because I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, we're doing a pretty detailed job today. It'll look nice for a couple hours. I think I'll take this out and just paint it. Easiest way to do that.
There's a new class of blockbuster drug.
Well, I still need to detail the engine compartment, but today's not the day for that. I'm going to wait until I get my wheel well. I had to order one because mine was all beat up, and then I had a donor and it was all beat up. So yeah, when I get that wheel well, then I'll put that in and get detail the engine compartment really good. Well, this is not cleaning up no matter what I do. It's not coming off. Steel wool, maybe. Some, what about some triple aught? Would that be too fine? Would that not even pick it up? I don't want to scratch it all up. And I don't want to buy another one. So, I just need to do whatever I can to kind of clean it up a little bit. Not having much luck. I think steel wool might be the way to go. What do you guys think about it? Put it in the comments. Talk to me. Talk to me, brothers and sisters. Yeah, she ain't cleaning up very good. Well, I kind of like that. Instead of Armor All or something makes it look real slick, I used some carpet cleaner. So it's for fabric, but I really like the look that it gave that rubber. Let's go put it in and see what it looks like. Well, now, we've had quite a few parts trickle in over the last few days. These you've seen already. This is my upper and lower control arm kit. Comes with tie rod ends and The ball joints installed, the bushings installed, and we've got a one-piece oil pan gasket. We've got a 100 amp alternator. We've got our plug covers, our protection. You got to have protection, you know. Forget what these are called, but I call them boots. Anyway, we've got a couple of sway bar bushings right there. We've got some seals for the transmission. We've got a belt. We've got a lid for my power steering pump, because I have another power steering pump, a donor. I don't have to buy one of those, but my lid melted and I think the other lid's missing. We got brake lines for both sides. We got a pressure hose for the power steering pump. We got a return hose for the power steering pump right here. Yes, and we have two brand new motor mounts, which I kind of goofed on. I didn't have to buy those. Turns out I got one on the donor truck out there, but I missed that, so that's okay. We got brand new ones and they're not that expensive. Not too big a deal. We've got an adjustable or cut to fit type throttle cable, and we've got I'm thinking about sending this back or putting it on the shelf, because I thought it was written all over it in big letters. I thought it said China all over it, and it may somewhere. I'm just missing it, I guess. But anyway, I have one out there that is an original on about a 75 Chevy, and I don't know, it may be Chinese too. I don't know, but anyway, that's what we got so far. And we do have, look at this. These are nice. We have, if I can get it out of the bag, we have 39 Ford headlight lens. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I'm gonna use both hands to put that away. We've got bolts out of the airbag plates. We have the plates and the buckets all cleaned up and painted so you don't get all grimy and everything when you handle them. Bags. We got bags, I think, coming. But I'll put this away. That's enough for now. You've seen quite a bit of stuff here, and there's quite a bit more coming. Well, the window glass for this came today, but I'm going to leave it in the box and take it out to the greenhouse for safekeeping. And the tires showed up. I could not get the same brand I got before. Nobody had them in stock, but it's the same tire, same size and everything. It doesn't really matter because I always run black walls out anyway. But these are Cooper Cobras. How about that? going to do it for this one. I'm hoping next week to, now I got a little bit of oral surgery going on. No, that's this week. Yeah, maybe next week. I don't know. I got so much going on. I'm so far behind, I think I'm in front half the time, but I'm hoping to get a little bit of work done on the Dojulac, the old burn victim. So we'll see how it goes, and I want you to come back and visit me right here on Whale and Wire's Old Iron. Sure do appreciate you.